What was it like my first time in combat in the United States Marines? What's up, everybody? You are watching Matt's Alright. If this is your first time, please remember to hit subscribe and ring the notification bell. Combat is terrifying, but the trick is you don't know it's terrifying until usually the second or third time that you've been shot at and somebody actually gets hit. The first time, the second time, the third time, it can feel just like an adrenaline rush. And it is a rite of passing in the Marines to actually get shot at. That's when you are not boot anymore. Boot is a term for somebody who pretty much isn't shit, hasn't done anything. And it's so weird that we as young men respect each other only if we've actually just been shot at. I was in the Marine Corps infantry for almost 3 years as a rifleman, a point man, and I never been shot at before I actually got into my first firefight. I deployed with 3rd Battalion, 2nd Marines in February of 2011 to southern Afghanistan. And I remember going there thinking, I'm good, I'll be fine. If there's anyone who gets hit, it's not me. You know, I feel like as young people, we tend to think that we're gonna be the one who makes it out. And that's the kind of guy I was. I never thought anything bad would happen to me. I remember when we first got to Afghanistan, them giving us real rounds, and I was thinking, oh, this is kind of the real deal. You know, obviously I've shot real rounds before, but when you get them and you're there and they tell you, hey, 2nd squad, you're going on patrol tomorrow, Jimenez, you're on point. You think to yourself, oh, these are real rounds. So they sent us out to an area to where another squad had just been shot at maybe a couple days before. I was on point of this patrol that has, I don't know, up to 36 guys in it. Now that is a regular Marine squad, that is Afghan Army and Afghan Police. They're two very different things, by the way. You should Google it, look it up. And we had an attachment of snipers. If you've ever watched my other social media, you know there's a story about my best friend giving me a knife the day his little brother died. Well, that best friend's name is Aaron Hill, and he was on that patrol with me as a sniper attachment. I was in the point, he was somewhere in the back with the rest of the snipers and a long rifle that can shoot very far away, so it's not like I saw him. Being on point, you have to have something called dispersion, and dispersion means the separation between people. Typically, it's around 15 meters, which is like 30-something feet. And I'm in the very front, and behind me is somebody that far back, 30 feet. And of course, it has to be an Afghan soldier, not even like a Marine, but the closest person like near me as backup is somebody that I wouldn't trust with my life, even if they had a bazooka. We're walking, and I remember seeing these really tall stones, and they're stacked up on a line going across this way horizontally. And I remember getting close to them and thinking, these look like range markers. If you guys do not know what range markers are, that is something that you can lay out so you know the distance of how far something is away that you're actually shooting at. So for example, I think a M16 is accurate around 1,200 meters. So we might put range markers out, and a range marker can be anything. We might put range markers out that are around 1,200 meters so we know we can't shoot past this line. So once something walks past this line, it's good to start. You're good to start shooting. You can make range markers out of anything. It could be a piece of trash. It's just something that the enemy won't notice, that they're actually walking into your line of sight, into your range, into your, I don't remember the term, but it's like killing field or something like that. I remember walking past these stacked up stones that were about 4 or 5 feet high, thinking these look like range markers. And I get about 5-10 feet past, and I hear pop, 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 pop. And it's clearly the sound of a PKM machine gun, which is a Russian-made weapon. I think that the Afghans, typically the Taliban, use. A lot of second and third world countries use AK-47s, AK-74s, PKMs, Dragunovs. These are the cheaper versions that you can get throughout the world that are Russian-made, especially during the fall of the Soviet Union. Thousands and millions of these weapons became available. So when you're in the military, you should be trained to hear what that weapon is. And that's what I heard. I remember running and jumping into this canal, which I should have known not to jump in, by the way, because If they have range markers out, that means it's planned that they're going to shoot at you once you're within a certain range. So if that area is near a place that you could jump or hide behind, like a building or a canal, wink, wink, that means they might put booby traps in there like IEDs. There I am looking for cover, and you're not gonna say to yourself, no, I can't jump in there because there might be bombs. I'd rather stay out here where they're just shooting at me within these range markers. So I jumped in, and as I get in there, I remember thinking to myself, I'm a combat veteran. During the firefight, that's what I was thinking. It's a really silly thing to think about. But right next to me lands my best friend, Aaron Hill. And I remember thinking, I'm in a firefight with my best friend, and I'm a combat veteran. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be on this page. Thank you guys for hanging out with me so much. Remember, if you're new, hit that subscription button and ring the notification bell. I love you guys so much. Remember, you get one of these.